I am so sorry.
For what? Even a duke cannot control the...
Bridgerton Season 1 spoiled us with all its drama and shocked us with scandal. Set in an alternate world where races in regal England are completely integrated, we have come to meet and enjoy some real great characters and others that are not so great. With the announcement of Season 2, we want to share with you what we know about it. Bridgerton Season 2, everything we know so far. But before we get into the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel with those notifications turned on so you don't miss any of the new videos we post. What we know about Season 2. On January 21st, Netflix announced that Bridgerton was being renewed for a second season. The news was announced via an image of Lady Whistledown's society papers and confirmed that Season 2 will start shooting in the spring of 2021. The town is abuzz with the latest gossip, and so it is my honor to impart to you, Bridgerton shall officially return for a second season. I do hope you have stored a bottle of ratafia for this most delightful occasion. This author has been reliably informed that Lord Anthony Bridgerton intends to dominate the social season. I will have my pen to report on any and all his romantic activities. However, gentle reader, before you set the comments section alight with requests for more sordid details, know that I am disinclined to report on the particulars at this time. Patience, after all, is a virtue. Lady Whistledown wrote, obviously, since the season is based on a series of books by Julia Quinn, it was a bit of a giveaway that there would probably be another season at least. We already know that way back in February, the people at What's on Netflix discovered a production listing noting that Season 2 of Bridgerton would begin filming in July 2020. Of course, the global health situation disrupted these plans, and filming on the second season was reportedly pushed back to start in May 2021. Since the original film listing estimated that filming would span almost a year, the second season now likely won't be completed until early 2022, meaning we're probably still quite a ways away from reconnecting with our favorite characters. What to expect from Season 2 based on the books. With any series based on books, predicting the future is really not that difficult. Simply read the books. There generally is this habit of writers of television series to deviate from the books that the series is based on. There is therefore no guarantee that everything will happen that the books say will happen. It gives us a very good idea though. We have a starting point, and combined with other clues and statements, this is what we know. Anthony will fall in love. Anthony's love will be the focus of Season 2, just as the finale predicted, and according to the showrunner, Van Dusen, Anthony will be tamed by love in the second season of Bridgerton. For observant audience members, this comes as no surprise. The clue about Anthony's future was embedded into Bridgerton's Season 1 finale. The official press release regarding Season 2 by Netflix also stated, Anthony Bridgerton hasn't just decided to marry, he's even chosen a wife. The only obstacle is his intended's older sister, Kate Sheffield, the most meddlesome woman ever to grace a London ballroom. The spirited schemer is driving Anthony mad with her determination to stop the betrothal. But when he closes his eyes at night, Kate is the woman haunting his increasingly erotic dreams. Contrary to popular belief, Kate is quite sure that reformed rakes do not make the best husbands, and Anthony Bridgerton is the most wicked rogue of them all. Kate is determined to protect her sister, but she fears her own heart is vulnerable, and when Anthony's lip touch hers, she's suddenly afraid she might not be able to resist the reprehensible rake herself. Right after Daphne gives birth to her and Simon's son in Season 1 finale, the camera pans over to focus on a bee on the windowsill. Fans of the novels know that bees are particularly significant in the second book of Quinn's series, The Viscount Who Loved Me, which focuses on Anthony. We'll save you the details because the novel is a must-read, but in the end, a bee is the very thing that cements his fate with his future wife, Kate Sheffield. Anthony's future wife will be played by Simone Ashley. On its official Twitter account, Netflix posted, "Get ready to fall in love with Simone Ashley, who will play Kate in Season 2 of Bridgerton. Kate is a smart, headstrong young woman who suffers no fools. Anthony Bridgerton, very much included." Show creator Chris Van Dusen, speaking with the Today Show in January, gave more details about Kate and Anthony's relationship, calling it sweeping and moving and as beautiful as viewers of the first season have come to expect from the show. We left Anthony at the end of the first season at a bit of a crossroads, so I'm looking forward to jumping in and discovering how he fares on the marriage market. The official description of Julia Quinn's The Viscount Who Loved Me introduces Kate as the most meddlesome woman to ever grace a London ballroom, and as a spirited schemer tamer, and according to oprahmag.com, Kate is also a proud dog mom to Winston, a lovable corgi. Maybe we'll see Winston in the series. More hints and clues about Season 2. Those familiar with Quinn's series know that bees play a significant role throughout the books. In the second, The Viscount Who Loved Me, we learn that patriarch Edmund Bridgerton, whose death was only rarely mentioned in the show's first season, died of a bee sting at the age of 38. As a result, his two eldest sons are understandably very wary of bees, with Anthony especially terrified of the insects, as fear that continually rises throughout his search for a bride. Easter eggs to Anthony's greatest fear were hidden throughout Season 1 of Bridgerton. Barely a minute into the first episode, a bumblebee is shown crawling on the Bridgerton estate's door knocker, and the final episode closes on a close-up shot of a bee buzzing along the windowsill of Daphne's room. Then, in the 7th episode, Benedict wears a bee-shaped pin on his collar. Will Daphne and Simon's love story continue in Season 2? Fans certainly hope that Daphne and Simon's love story will grow, though Anthony's search for a suitable wife is expected to take center stage in a second season of Bridgerton. It is obvious that the rest of his family and their fellow members of London's high society will still get plenty of screen time. This is especially true if the series follows in the traditional complicated multitasking plotlines of Season 1. It is also possible that, despite the happy ending that Daphne and Simon received at the end of the first season, it might not be all sunshine and roses for this Duke and Duchess in further seasons. As rege-jean Page, the Duke of Hastings himself, recently mused to TV Guide, they get married very young. They still have a lot of growing to do. They still have a lot to do. And I think it'll always be fun to watch them do that together. Page explained, "I'm not sure I believe in paradise. I know that the romance genre generally does. Part of the deal is that you get a happy ending, but as far as continuing to explore characters, I think that love is an evolving thing. It's a living, breathing thing that needs tending, that needs looking after, that needs mending when it gets worn and torn. Any good storyteller will also tell you that for a great story to work, there must be tension. Expect tension between Daphne and Simon in Season 2. The amount of tension is unclear. The cast and crew's feelings about Season 2. They are almost certainly thrilled to return to their beloved London ton." Nicola Coughlan, who plays the delightful Penelope Featherton in the series, recently said, "I feel like we've established this big world, so I'd love to explore more of it. I'd love to go on that journey with her to see how she's changed." Coughlan said, "I'd really love to come back because I feel like we've just scratched the surface, and because there's such a huge cast in this show, there's so much more of all the characters." Page also confirmed that he was incredibly happy hearing about Season 2. To Opera Mag, he said, "I think there are a lot of good stories to be told in this world. There's a plethora of characters, and each of those characters has cousins, uncles, and dogs. And I think people enjoy exploring all of those depths and nooks and crannies." The Duchess Hastings, too, declared that she would be willing to assist Anthony in his search for the perfect partner in a second season. "I love that Daphne's story ends really nicely. It's all tied up at the end. Now, I have a feeling that she's going to have to get involved with Anthony's love life, since it's his turn next." Phoebe Dynevor told TNC, "I'm a hopeless romantic, so I'm all for the happily ever after ending. If showrunner Chris Van Dusen has anything to say about it, we'll get not just a second season of Bridgerton, but 7 or more installments, one to cover each of the Bridgerton series stories." When asked by Collider whether he would like to adapt all 8 of Quinn's novels for the screen, Van Dusen said, "I would love that. In success, I would love that." He further explained, "I feel like the first season was primarily about Daphne and her love story with Simon. But this being a family of 8 children and there being 8 books, I would love to be able to focus and really tell stories and love stories for all the Bridgerton siblings. For each character, for sure. Hopefully, Netflix was listening." That is what we know about Season 2. We hope the series gets to run out all the children's stories. We think that since Bridgerton was one of Netflix's top 10 most watched series, that the possibility of more seasons is very real. We've come to the end of today's video. We hope to see you all back soon. Stay safe.